What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to CBS Sports HQ. Yes, the NBA season tips off tonight with not one, but two games. So we have OKC for starters. They start their title defense against an old friend, if we want to call it that, and Kevin Durant. KD, of course, has a new home in Houston. And then in the nightcap, we got Luka and the Lakers at home against Steph and the Warriors. And remember, no LeBron James in that matchup as he is dealing with sciatica, a back injury.
A back injury, yeah. Hey, welcome in to CBS Sports HQ. Alongside Jacqueline DiAugustino, I'm Tiffany Blackman, and of course, as you heard, NBA opening night is tonight. So we have our Nicole with us and Brad Botkin. And guys, this is going to be a fun one tonight.
We missed you guys.
I know.
It's so good to be back.
It does feel good.
So maybe some arguments ahead. We'll have to see. I don't know. That's the typical MO with A&M and Brad. But let's start with the Thunder hanging a banner in front of Kevin Durant. And it's kind of ironic, right, guys? Because KD, that's his old stomping grounds many, many moons ago. Really a franchise that he kind of put on the map and built. So, Ashley, I'll come to you first. How do you think KD is feeling here? He's going to sit there and watch the banner be raised for his former team.
I mean, I think it'd be weird if he didn't sit there and watch it, right? I think that there would be a totally different narrative about another narrative to add to the saga of Kevin Durant if he didn't sit out there and watch it, just because he made the decision to leave Oklahoma City. He wasn't forced out. He wasn't traded. He made the decision to take his talents to Golden State, where he ultimately became a champion. So I don't think there should be any ill feelings towards the Thunder. Now, whether or not the fan base has any ill feelings towards him is a different question. I don't see why they would. They came out on the winning end. They had a championship parade in Oklahoma City. If you ask me, does Kevin Durant have any feelings about this? If he does, we'll never know it.
We can check the burner.
We can check his Twitter account, maybe. But
if you know what one that is, let me know.
I just think when it's all said and done, Kevin Durant made the decision that gave him the best chance to win, and that decision has been crucified. It has been flipped. It has been reversed. But ultimately, it is his cross to bear, and he's been bearing it his entire career. There should be no feelings on his end about a decision that he made.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I don't even really associate Kevin Durant with Oklahoma City anymore. I really don't. He's gone to the Nets, to the Warriors, to the Suns, now to the Rockets. The way that players move around these days, I get it if you're born and bred in Oklahoma City and this team came from Seattle and you loved it and it was supposed to be Westbrook and Ibaka and Durant and all those guys were supposed to do it. They got close and didn't, and they split up in a way that nobody liked. But I mean, time heals everything. I really don't associate. I think it'd be cool if he's out there. He was a big part of the franchise. I think it'd be cool if he goes out and shows up and kind of shows face for them having their moment. But this doesn't feel to me anymore like somebody coming back, homecoming. I think
not like a Luka Dallas.
We're almost
situation.
like, how long has it been? Like almost a decade?
It's been a long time.
We got to go past it.
Yeah.
I can tell you how long because I worked in that market on their run to their first NBA Finals. So yeah, coughs, I'm old. But look, the fan base did love him there during that time.
They did, for sure.
I do feel like they're going to welcome him back with open arms, but you counted how many teams he's been to since 4, right? So he goes to Houston. What does he have to prove now, Ashley?
Here's the thing. I think Kevin Durant's legacy as an individual is cemented, right? Let's go through some of it. 2-time world champion, 2-time finals MVP, league MVP, 15-time All-Star, still counting, 2-time All-Star MVP, and he's still playing. The thing with Kevin Durant is he has always lost in the court of public opinion. And the public opinion of Kevin Durant is that he cannot win on his own accord. The public opinion of Kevin Durant is that he had to go to Golden State to become a champion. The public opinion is that if Kevin Durant is the leader of your organization, you cannot win with him. That he has to be your second option, your third option, because at the end of the day, for as skilled as he is not a vocal leader. He is a leader by example, but also lets guys do their own thing. So Kevin Durant, in terms of his legacy, I don't think he has anything left to prove. The numbers are there. He's going into the Hall of Fame. Whether you like how he won his championship, respect it, whatever the case may be, the point of the matter is that he has all of the accolades and then some to go in. It's the court of public opinion where people don't respect the championships. And I don't know if that bothers Kevin Durant anymore. Only he knows that. But ultimately, if he wants to prove it wasn't a Steph Curry thing, it wasn't the immaculate Golden State Warriors, it is I'm Kevin Durant and you can win with me, he has to showcase that in Houston because I believe that this is the last team he will be on.
Well, he's got a chance, and this is the important thing. He's got a chance in Houston because he's got the team around him. So count me on the team where the court of public opinion are a bunch of idiots. To think that you can't win with Kevin Durant as your best player is ridiculous.
But
He's been
you haven't seen it.
29 teams don't win every year, and the teams that he hasn't won on have been flawed teams. We're talking vaccine Kyrie and James Harden disappear from the moment.
What about when the Suns went to the
Suns had no depth, and they gave up everything for him with them. Okay, there's been problems. All Kevin Durant does is show up and play all-time basketball wherever he is. Now, everywhere he's gone, other than Golden State, there's been a mess around him. Phoenix didn't have the defense, didn't have the depth. That team was not organized in the right way, okay? Brooklyn was a mess for off-the-court reasons. It's never Kevin Durant. Even when he didn't win in OKC, he got to the finals. He just happened to run up against LeBron James and Dwayne Wade.
But you mentioned
OKC.
LeBron, and when we talk about LeBron has gone to every situation that he's been in, made them better, and has won. We talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. He took that Cavs team to the promised land.
He didn't take them anywhere.
First of all,
him, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love.
I'm talking about when he went back the second time.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, the great teams. Teams.
Yes, but again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying it's a Kevin Durant problem, but I am saying that there is something to be said about every team outside of your Golden State Warriors, which is a Hall of Fame team, that Kevin Durant in some way, shape, or form has fallen short. You cannot be one of the greatest players of all time. You cannot be a Hall of Famer and not bear the burden of the responsibility that when these teams fall short, they're looking at you first.
Yeah, they do. And again,
especially when he handpicks them.
Again, the public opinion does, but the public opinion is.
That's why I said it doesn't really matter. The numbers are going to the Hall of Fame.
Look, the only teams LeBron James has ever won championships with are all-time teams.
That Lakers team was, the bubble championship, we can have that argument.
All-time team. They've never, none of these guys win without massive help. It's too talented of a league. It's too deep.
So you think that you can win with Kevin Durant as your best player?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If the circumstances around him are right. Now, and that's why I say, to circle back to tonight and as this season moves forward, for the first time, in my opinion, since Golden State, he has an honest. Now, if everybody gets hurt, I don't know. But as it stands right now in Houston, he's got the depth, he's got the defense, he's got the co-star in Şengün and the rising star in Amen Thompson. He has the things in place to honestly judge him. You can't honestly judge.
Doesn't?
Then we can talk about maybe he can't.
But, I can give you that.
But the previous two stops where he hasn't won are things entirely outside of his control.
That's fair.
And based off of this conversation, if he doesn't do it, we're going to have an entire show about Kevin Durant and his future and what's next for him. So that is one game right for the season opener. The next one is Warriors-Lakers, where it is Luka, not LeBron. Of course, LeBron is sidelined for about a month dealing with sciatica. So, Brad, do you think this is going to be a glimpse into the future for the Lakers that we're seeing maybe post the LeBron era right now with Luka being the main guy here?
Yeah, that is the future. They've made that clear, and they should make that clear. How old is LeBron now? Is he 40?
He's going to be 41 in December.
I hate that's old in the NBA. He's still kind of young.
It's old when you've been playing since you're 18.
No, I know, but yeah, the question all year is going to be, is this LeBron's last season period, or is this LeBron's last season with the Lakers? It seems to me that it's sort of outside the realm of possibility that he signs back up for more time with the Lakers. I think if he keeps playing next year, it's probably outside the Lakers. The Lakers are interesting, beyond LeBron, because they have pieces. I think DeAndre Ayton is a big question mark coming into the season. They have had to fill that center role. But I think that LeBron, we're going to have a lot of talks about how much say he has in the future. Is it his team? Is it Luka's team? The bottom line is LeBron last year was still an all-NBA player. And they have Luka Doncic, a slim and trim Luka Doncic. If DeAndre Ayton plays, if Austin Reeves plays, if these guys come together, I think they're going to be somewhere in the middle of the West. And on the Warriors side, listen, I think the Warriors have a championship team this year. I really do. Me and Ashley talked about it in a previous segment. We talked about, can Kevin Durant win without Stephen Curry? Stephen Curry is one of the handful of players. And Kevin Durant is great, but he's not quite Stephen Curry, where if you have Stephen Curry, you have a chance. That is true every time he shows that. And they have a team with Jimmy Butler as a number 2. He's a perfect fit as a facilitator. He doesn't want to be a score-first guy anymore. The Al Horford addition was big time. We're not paying enough attention to that. His ability to operate offense from the top of that hub position, he gives them defensive versatility with his ability to shoot. Sometimes you compromise spacing for a rim. There's all kinds of stuff to love.
My only
all
issue
kinds
with
of
the
stuff
Golden
to
State
love.
Warriors is their age. And we're not talking about an Eastern Conference that's completely dismantled. We're talking about a West that's young, talented, and it's ferocious. And
Yeah,
my
it is.
concern is you have Al Horford, you have Draymond Green, you have Steph Curry. All Hall of Famers, incredible players, but they're of a certain age. And then you have Jimmy Butler, and the Miami Heat fans know this very well. His regular season can be very unpredictable, and you need Jimmy Butler available in order to help Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors get to where they want to be. Because if they're in a situation where they fall into the play-in and they got to go against one of those young teams, one of those young Buck teams out in the West, it may result in the same thing that we saw last season.
Yeah.
And when you talk about the Lakers, look, I think this is Luka's team moving forward, and I think the Lakers are going to be looking at this team from the standpoint of what does this team, the next iteration of this team look like. And to Brad's point, we don't know if LeBron's looking at retirement, if he's looking at to return to the Lakers. But I will say this, LeBron cost a lot of money. He's sucking up $55 million as we speak. And I just don't know how you give Luka, who's in his prime and is going to continue to be for a few years, the best chance, this organization which is used to bringing in championships, the best chance of getting back to that when you're paying somebody as much as LeBron costs. You can't build a team around that. And I think the Lakers really need to look at this season and start weighing their options of, yes, LeBron is one of the GOATs. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest we've ever seen. But is he worth the money at this stage in his career? And that would be the question that I'm kind of gauging at this season.
He's still all NBA though. This is not Kobe at the end of his career where he's eating up a bunch of money, but he's not that player anymore.
It's a lot
It's
of
not,
cash,
but-
Brad, and you can't build a team with just Luka and LeBron holding down the fort anymore. He's not a spring chicken. He's 41 years old.
Yeah.
It's
Not yet.
You know.
soon to be.
Soon to be. Soon to be.
And again,
Look,
41 in basketball
thing is,
years
you
for all
can't-
my 40-years watching this.
The thing is, how much is Austin Reeves going to make? Because all the good teams have 2 max guys.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a question of, you really can't pay that. That's where the Suns went wrong. When they also have Bradley Beal. You can't have more than 2 max guys. So
Yeah.
Look, the NBA season starts tonight. We can look forward to the future, but we'll start with this evening and see how these games play out. Brad,
Let's do it.
Ashley, look at
There
this.
she is.
Thank you guys. And speaking of Ashley, 106 and Sports,
star.
where culture meets the game. You are
Speaking of
everywhere.
LeBron, hey, Ron.
What can we look forward to?
I can't give away too much, but we have a few special guests in the building,
Okay.
and there may or may not be a dance-off between Cam and one of them.